Hello again, most esteemed viewers. My name is Jekyllstein Gray, and welcome to another episode of Jekyllstein Gray Plays The House in Fata Morgana. Yay! I don't know what else to say after a certain point. But today, this might be the last, depending on how much I get into the game and the recording, and depending on how much time is left in the second chapter, this might be a finale. Or it might not be. We shall see. Anyway, right now, let's just, focus on continuing. I don't know. I don't have anything else to be like, this is what I've been thinking about this game now, or anything. So, I'm sure there'll be a lot of other tangents, because I'm sure that's the thing people love about this series is my tangents. Alright, I missed this. You come back again, okay? Promise me. Uh-oh. I'll be waiting. Waiting, believing that you'll return. I'll be waiting. She's talking to the merchant. Oh, they actually gave the merchant a portrait now? Is this the merchant? I don't know. Probably. Time for you to set off. Indeed. You take care out there. I'm about at the point of no return. Sorry, I just watched Lindsay Ellis's video on Love Never Dies, so I've got some of the Phantom songs she has in there. Anyway, in my head right now. Don't do anything funny and get yourself sick, got it? I'll be fine, I'm a tough one. Oh yeah, don't stumble into random mansions and get eaten by the beast inside them. The more overconfident you are, the more you'll push yourself and risk getting hurt. Yeah, the solution is to have no confidence in yourself, because that'll totally not have any negative consequences. Make sure you drink lots and lots of water, okay? Take care not to get heat stroke or sunstroke, okay? You worry too much. Relax, I know how to take care of myself on a ship. I know, but you never know what might happen. I want you to be in good health when I see you again. I will be. They'll probably keep you waiting for a long time again. I'll be waiting. Don't worry about me, I'll be waiting, I promise. This kind of hits home to me, but I'm not going to get into any details because it's personal and whatnot. And maybe it won't be applicable. Anyway, don't worry about me. I'll be waiting, I promise. I managed to wait 1.5 years already, so I can handle this. Come back, okay? You have my word. Thanks. Safe travels. I refuse to believe that he could be dead. I have to find proof that somewhere out there he's still alive and well. Uh-oh. I have to find him. I have to prove it. I do remember this part. But this might be the last part I remember. Actually, hold on. Let me actually I'm not actually loading something here, but but where was the last So, the last save I have is Cecil's Howling. So it's like the next chapter. Okay. November 7th of 2019. We've arrived at our other destination, madam. Though I dearly wish I could assist you in your search, I have things to attend to during our stay. No, don't worry. Don't worry yourself. I couldn't possibly impose on you any further. So she's supposed to be I don't know, where is she supposed to be from? My initial thought is Japan, because he's supposedly really far away, and also this is a Japanese game. But her name does not sound Japanese to me, but maybe, I don't know. Again, this game is pretty vague on a lot of historical stuff. Madame Pauline, you mustn't put yourself in danger. Should anything happen to you, your mother would be devastated. I wonder if Mom's mad. No, she's probably sad. I do not know. Go ask your dad. Oh god. I can't even cite a children's book I remember from my childhood without getting weirdly embarrassed. Her sorrow is as expansive as the Albufera wetlands, as deep as the ocean into which the sun sets. And it's all my fault. But don't worry, I'll be fine. As soon as wait, hold on. Okay, so I was like, is that the maid saying that? Or no, it's Pauline's inner monologue. Don't worry, I'll be fine. As soon as I have the certainty of his well-being, I'll go straight home. Me and him together. Pauline, your lover is... I have faith in him. He would never break a promise to me. He's always come back to me, no matter how long it took. Men like that wouldn't just suddenly disappear on me. There's been a mistake and I have to prove it. Oh, yes. I just saw the name Other, and I was like, I just like had a thought of like, oh, yes, Other. My favorite character in this game. I have to be the one to do it, because he'll remain gone unless I see it with my own eyes. I wonder who you inherited your stubbornness from. What? Nothing. An acquaintance of mine lives in this village. I should be staying with him. I'll let him know about you. He should gladly welcome you into his home. Thank you, Orlando. It's such a big help. Pauline? Okay, well, real quick. I'm sorry. I just saw that his name was Orlando, and I immediately had to be like, okay, I've been rewatching the Lord of the Rings movies recently, and one question that I keep having is, why do so many people have the hots for Orlando Bloom? And I'm not, like, obviously I don't like guys, personally, so I don't, I'm obviously going to be at a disadvantage in, like, what, people who like guys would say, what people who like guys would think, but, like, I also look at, like, Aragorn, and I'm like, I can see why people like him, I can see, but I don't see why people like Legolas. Anyway, Orlando Bloom has ruined everything. 1 month. You search for 1 month, and if you haven't found him, you come home with me. Will you promise me that? You are her only daughter. Okay. Good. Tell you the truth, I regret bringing you with me. What I should have done is dragged you back home. But I couldn't bear to see you like that, Pauline. It's like I was looking at her when she was younger. Orlando. Anyway, 1 month. Understood. Where's her father in all this? Is Orlando her father? Yes, don't worry. A month will be plenty. She's like, no, that's not true. It's impossible. I will find him before the month is up. The sleepy seaside village is on the small side, but from what I've been told, they used to have a flourishing fishing industry. Now, though, it's like there's a fog. It's like freaking Possum Springs up in here. Now, though, it's like there's a fog hanging over everything. It's not too surprising, I suppose. A few months ago, the village was part of the war for control of the country. And there was England. I'm trying to remember if England was even a part of the 30 Years' War. If not, that would basically like shatter my whole theory, unless this is an alternate universe, And again, it's not really like this game does not care in a lot of ways about specific historical accuracy. Stripped of their independence and battered by the raging tempest of war, the people's spirits have been eroded. And spiritual damage is not so easily mended. Yeah. The flames are all long gone, but the pain lingers on. Even if they were not physically harmed, there are deep wounds in their hearts. It's a lovely village, though. The breeze feels different than it does back home. Beneath it all, I'm sure the people are actually quite friendly and cheerful. Long time ago, I went on a trip to a land in the south. This country is quite a bit south of mine, too. People blessed with lots of sunlight are bound to be warm at their core. Say, Orlando. Yes? May I take a look around the village? I don't see why not. The sun's still up. I'll need some time to catch up with my acquaintance, so I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any. Do you know where to find me, madam? Yes, you go down that way, turn at that second crossroad, follow it straight for a little, cross over to the other side, and it's right there, right? Are you sure you can find it? Don't worry. Alright then, you're planning to stay with the village today, right? Within the village today, right? I'll see you in a little bit then. If you get lost, give me a holler. As much as you may insist otherwise, you really do care, Orlando. I feel bad enough as it is. Please don't take advantage of me. I think I might take full advantage of this. Thanks, see you in a bit. Hey, you remember this kid? Oh my god, he looks like, Who's that? Who's the guy in, Death Note? The, M? N? I can't remember. Anyway. What letter was he? What's he doing out here all alone, I wonder? There's no one else around. I wonder if something happened. Would it seem odd if I tried talking to him? I don't want to get labeled as suspicious on my first day here. Okay, this is like maybe the biggest hypocrisy I've ever like shown on this channel, but you're overthinking it. Just go talk to him. The boy stands all alone on the shore, looking somewhat precarious, as though a breeze might whisk him away into a million grains of sand. And okay, he's like Odin in Thor Ragnarok. A million grains of sand. And if I look away, he won't be there when I turn back. That's how the boy appears to me. You never know until you try. Besides, it's important to me to communicate with the natives. I've got to build trust with the people of this village. Let's go! Good afternoon. What are you doing out here all alone, little man? That is a very Javi? I don't know. I'll say Javi because that sounds. I don't know. I want to show off my knowledge about how J's are pronounced like Y's in German. You know, like even though this isn't even though this doesn't take place in Germany, you know, but like Jakob is Jacob. By the force of habit, I spoke in my native tongue. How tense can you be, Pauline? Maybe you've just been talking to Orlando, but that's no excuse. This isn't your homeland. Everything's alright. If you're with me, then everything's alright. Anyway, sorry. I studied the language, so I should be able to hold a simple conversation. You don't need to be afraid of me. My name is Pauline. I'll be staying in your village for a while. Nice to meet you. Do you not understand me? My name is Pauline. What is your name? Little man. Dreadful. What? What? He just called me dreadful. I thought she was going to assume. I just that like bah thing, you know, with the comedic, you know, response reminded me of Phoenix Wright. And I'm like, I really need to continue my Phoenix Wright series. You know. Anyway, that's one hell of an accent you've got. What are you, a bandit? What are you here for? At first I thought she was going to assume that his name was Dreadful. No, I'm not a Danbit, I promise. I stammered. Atrocious. There's no need to be so mean. I put in a pretty good effort, I thought. You could at least compliment me instead. God, awful. That's not nice. What's a foreigner doing in this remote corner of the world? Sightseeing our little village? Sure got a lot of time on your hands. I do not. I'm very busy. You're a little obnoxious, aren't you? Wow, if you're a non-native English speaker and you know a word like obnoxious, you're pretty good. You're supposed to treat your elders with respect, you know? Like I give a damn, lady. You're older, but you're acting way more like a kid than me. My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Pauline! And what are you here for? Completely ignored. I am here to look for someone. There are rumors that he was last seen around here. Have you by any chance seen any other foreigners around? Hell if I know. He just won't let me in. I've got to befriend him first. Of course he's going to be guarded if we're just throwing questions at him. I don't know. If someone just went up and asked me like, hey, do you see any other, you know, foreign people? You look kind of like me. I'm looking for someone. I'd be like, if the answer was yes, I would say yes. If the answer was no, I'd say no. Anyway. Alright, so you haven't seen him. Then why don't you tell me about yourself? What are you doing out here? Is that any of your business, lady? A boy sit here on the beach all alone. Wouldn't that make you curious? I mean, not really. As he probably just wanted to be out on the beach by himself. I literally, like earlier today, I literally just walked out to the riverside and, you know, sat on the bench and just watched the river for a bit, you know, and it made me feel a bit better. Did you have any friends? Maybe he's one of those kids who doesn't have any? Ooh, that hit a bit. I mean, I had friends. I don't know. Anyway, Zay, if you don't mind, can we be friends? I'm not really familiar with the area, so it'd be nice to have someone with me. Javi is just like, what the fuck? What did you say? I don't need any damn friends. And who the hell would be dumb enough to say, sure, I'll be your friend to someone they just met? How are you so jaded? Be more courteous, kind to others, not so antagonistic. You know, not antagonistic, yes. Kind to others, yes. Courteous, nah, I can take it or leave it. I just thought it would be nice if we could talk a bit. That's all I want, really. How about you? Like, I like how she's, like, kind of not being courteous. You know, she's just being blunt and upfront. How about you quit being so damn nosy, lady? Just so happens that I like being alone. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, I do like being alone at times. I just, you know. Too much loneliness is a bad thing. I got some strange woman ruining my alone time. I'm out of here. Hey, wait a second. He's gone. This is going to be really, really hard. It's interesting. There's never been a segment like this before. There's been like lighter segments, and I think were there jokes in this game? I can't remember if there were jokes in this game. You returned to me. You suddenly started staring off into the distance. So I was seeing. So she wasn't narrating that to me. Interesting. But I can't remember if there's ever been like a full-blown comedy segment. I was quite startled. Now let's continue our tale. The mansion's corridor was a horrifically repulsive mess. Splatters of fresh beast blood covered the walls, and there was a repugnant odor. Anyone would be compelled to avert their eyes at the sight. What happened here? I'm grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like, but I know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion. Was it? I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. That I did this for you. In its hysteria, the beast tore down the curtains hanging on the hallway window. I literally had flashbacks to a specific shot from Disney's Beauty and the Beast movie. Bloodstained curtains that reeked of dead beast. What did he have to be so afraid of, though? He had exterminated the other beasts encroaching upon his territory. I would understand if he had puffed his chest in pride. But far from that, his terror merely... because he's worried that he's going to fall into another cycle like this. Calm down. The white-haired girl extended her hand for Beastia, but even her gentle, lovingly outstretched fingers evoked fear in his eyes. Instinctively, he feared anything that entered his territory, and then attempted to remove it. And driven by those instincts, he shoved aside the white-haired girl, the one he had said he wanted to protect. Being without sight, she had no way of reliably catching her balance, and she fell to the floor with a splash. She had landed in the pool of blood left by the beast. Ugh. Red seeped into her clothing, slowly spreading through the fabric. At first, it looked like she had fallen into a puddle of fresh, bright dye. Before long, the red had darkened into brownish black. I'm sorry, I didn't know it's okay, I'm fine. She embraced the panicking beast, softly whispering shh as if trying to calm a crying baby. I mean, I wouldn't call him a baby, but he's certainly probably on the verge of a breakdown. The Beastia was taller and physically stronger. The white-haired girl was emotionally more stable than he. Really? I never would have noticed. What has you so frightened? Please tell me. I promise I will not look down on you for any reason. She starts looking down on him after he tells her, and she's like, "Oh no, I just said I wouldn't physically look down on you, which is an impossible feat because you're like twice my size. I'm I don't know. All I want is to free you from the depths of your suffering. Sometimes talking about things can lighten the burden they place on you. Don't I know it? That's one of the reasons I started this channel. We have the ability to use words, both you and me. Language is the gift God bestowed upon man. We can communicate our feelings with one another. It's alright, don't be afraid. Talk to me, please. Am I a man? Am I a good man? You act as though I am a man. No, you treat me like one. I can't see you as anything else, as I've said before. Only because you cannot see me! You are the only one who says I am a man. You, who are without sight. But I was content with that. You treated me like a man, so I felt as though I had become one. The time I had spent with you, I had real peace. I almost forgot that I was a wretched beast. I no longer sought after prey. I want to see I'm going to save right here. So, something feeble, self-imposing movement manner. Wait, hold on. To prove he's alive. Ceaseless howling, okay. Ceaseless howling was the last one I was at. So am I at ceaseless howling? I'm at inhumanity. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's before or after ceaseless howling. I don't know. I almost forgot that I was a wretched beast and no longer sought after prey. Prey, oh yes. Before you arrived and murdered dozens of humans. I didn't want you to know that I was such a sinful creature leaving a long trail of bodies in my wake. But I thought that if I didn't show them my strength and if I didn't force them into submission, that I would never find peace. I was drunk with power. I took great pleasure in it, in slaughtering people. If you were so overwhelming that you turned the act of killing into one of gratification, you needed to protect yourself. Jesus Christ, lady. I mean, I don't know. I would say that I'm not fully comfortable with like saying the beast should be like executed for his crimes or locked away, but I also think that the white-haired girl's being just a little bit overly sympathetic. You have to protect yourself. Are you still not going to condemn me? Taking another's life is wrong. Not only does it rob them. Okay, so this is okay. Not only does it rob them of their time on this earth, it inflicts great wounds upon those who care about them. However, I do not regard you as a mere beast, nor as a mere murderer. Something made you the way you are. I am almost certain of it. Something... Tell me about yourself. In your words, from your mouth, tell me. When I woke up, I was weak, exhausted, emaciated. Now I'm thinking through the opening of a great play I watched that was an adaptation of Frankenstein. I think the bit I always remember is when it opens from the monster's perspective, and you see the monster like get beaten and chased out of a village, and then he like sees the stars for the first time and like just cries out in like exultation, and it's just I'm getting chills and a bit choked up talking about it. It's amazing. I couldn't think clearly nor even remember much of anything. I was thirsty, hungry, sore from head to toe. A crowd of people surrounded me. This was a long time ago. Well, not so long as to be described as long ago, but it is as far back as my past goes. I sought help from the people around me, but my words did not get through to them. The only thing that came from my mouth were feral howls. Yeah, this is sounding a lot like Frankenstein, although the monster has much less blood on his hands than the beast does. They scowled at me, and then... Stinking gross. I have no interest in any more trouble. Shall we kill it? Never seen anyone like this before. What is he, anyway? Beats me. A Beastia by the looks of it. Beastia! 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 I don't know. I didn't understand what they were saying about me. All I could pick out was the word Beastia. Humans brought sticks and fishing poles with which they poked and prodded me. First, they probably meant only to chase me out, but before long, their actions began to escalate. Beastia! Beastia! Filthy beast! We ain't got nothing for you! Dirty, nasty thing! Stay back! Hit it! Pound it! He's feeling it! Beat it! Beat the thing! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Die! Why should I have to die? I was simply asking for help. If they didn't have food to spare, a glass of water would have been enough. I asked for nothing of them, some relief from my thirst. The humans would not hear my pleas. I would reach no one's ears, and they brought weapons and started chasing me around, attempting to kill me. All I could do anymore was run. As I fled, I saw something. A child pointing to a wild dog covered in mud and shouting, "Beastia!" That was when I finally understood that I was a beast. And that was why the humans wanted to exterminate me. I was neither cattle nor swine nor fowl of the air, but a vicious beast, the kind of creature that ravaged their fields. And so, you sought to prove your superiority to them, so you never have to be called a beast or chased out of somewhere again. I was so close to forgetting it all. The time I spent with you was truly wonderful. I could forget about people calling me a beast, chasing me around, trying to kill me. I could forget about slaughtering them, painting the walls with their blood. I could forget about everything. It felt like I'd actually become a man. But then it showed up. Another beast like me. It was my kin. A different individual, though, built differently than me. I'm taller than it was, but it was a beast. And I, too, must be a beast. I mean, I would argue it made that beast... with that beast in the special sense or whatever, it is different from what made, like, the difference between him is that you killed to protect someone. He just killed because, I don't know. I don't even know why. Heck, well, actually, now that I think about it, maybe the beast did have a reason and was just not able to communicate it. Regardless, I will continue to insist you are not, as many times as I must. Should you be troubled by these painful memories and attempt to cause someone harm again, I will be there to remind you of your humanity. Is that what you can see with your eyes, the whole of the world? I mean, if you say the answer is yes, if that's asked by a blind person, you're kind of an asshole. Can't see you, that is correct, but I can feel you, sense you, hear you, and I can learn what you bear within your heart. You worry, you fear, you think, and you think. You also show concern for me. These things all prove that you are human. I mean, human, I always find it interesting when people say human, especially in these contexts, but I usually refer to, I was thinking of like Spock saying like, I see no reason to stand here and be insulted. Regardless of whether or not what definition, how narrow or broad a definition of human is, he is definitely a sapient being worthy of dignity and respect. This woman, she really is going to change me. If I remain with her, I can become a man. It might be no more than an illusion, but with her near, it can become my reality. If you calmed yourself down some, the hall needs to be cleaned. So it does. I'll take care of it. You don't need to worry. You should get changed, though. Very well. I believe I care so much for you. Because you resemble me. Yeah, well, maybe that's why I feel a connection with both of these characters. Although mostly the Beast. As I said, you are a beautiful woman. You may compliment my appearance, but no one else ever did. I've been labeled as a witch. Because of the color of my eyes and hair. My eyes, they're red. Beautiful shade of red indeed. A magnificent color. Like blood. You're the first person to say that about them. My mother said my eyes frightened her. Because people called me a witch, I was rarely afforded the opportunity to interact with others. I grew up mostly alone. Well, I was never called a witch, but mostly alone does describe a lot of my upbringing. The people outside this mansion called you a beast. So true. That's actually not entirely true either, though. It's more complicated than that. So too do the people outside call me a witch. See, we are alike. In a lot of context, I will say I was mostly alone. Not among my family. My big extended family. Anyway, do I look like a witch to you? No, you are a beautiful, compassionate human woman, and you are a human man, even if you don't believe it yourself. Again, while he's very much not probably not falls under the species Homo sapiens, he is still, sapient. Yet again, Beastia found himself feeling grateful for the white-haired girl's blindness. But while he had just managed to put on a smile, tears were also rolling down his cheeks. Joy, bitterness, sorrow, a maelstrom of emotions flowed unbounded from within, but he cried in silence. Beastie shed his tears discreetly, so as not allow the white-haired girl to notice. Yeah, that also, literally earlier today, I made a post. I made a Facebook post and a Twitter post actually about. The Facebook post is when I evoked this response to me. I made a Facebook post about a picture of me that was just like looking awful, just feeling awful, and it's this auto-generated picture is an encapsulation of my current mental state, and I was like, I don't know, I kind of wanted people to notice, but I also really didn't, because when a bunch of friends were like, oh, that really sucks, I hope hope things will get better, I'm here for you, I was like, give me your attention, I don't want to be a burden. Anyway. He looked down upon the floor. A single corpse lay there. No matter how hard he tried, he could not see it as anything other than a beast. A beast that looked just like him. This laughter is a bit unsettling. Why is it that laughter a lot of the times is spooky? I don't know. Came from a faraway land across many seas. There was never any guarantee that we would see each other again, but I still believed, no matter how great the ocean that divided us. Is it just me reading too much into this? But is the text a different shade? Is it a different shade than the white hair, the maid's narration and the narrator's narration? The only thing that needed to stand between us was physical distance. I wonder if he's here yet. Hello, my little. Oh boy, I don't even know what language this is supposed to be in. There's like no vowel. There's like this space with like 4 consonants and no vowels. Nijinti. What is you so out of breath? Eek! Oh, don't scare me like that. Where did you pick up a word like nijinti? I never took you for someone so pretentious. I'm sorry, you just look so much like a rabbit there, the way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me. Oh, you... Nijinti... I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Something you call a child, not a little girl anymore. I'm sorry, really. Don't be so mad, Pauline. I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We finally get to see each other again. That we do. Did you have any trouble out at sea? Did you fall ill or get caught in a storm or run into any kind of danger at all? No, there was no trouble. Everything went fine without incident. The sea god was watching over us, I suppose. Thank goodness. I was so worried. But you kept your promise. You came back for me. And you kept yours and waited for me. Of course I did. I trust you and I don't mind waiting. Even so, 18 months must have been a long time for you. It was. It felt long to me as well. Every day I would picture your face, recall the sound of your voice. But over time I began to lose surety. It absolutely terrified me. Is that what you actually looked like? Was it truly the sound of your voice? And you almost forgot? Not at all, Pauline. I was afraid that in my profound love for you, my mind had created its own image. That perhaps my adoration had grown so strong that it had turned you into a transcendent beauty like Cleopatra herself. You must have made some unseemly friends. You were never this much of a sweet talker. I bet you're disappointed, though. Look at me. A homely woman you could find anywhere. For some reason I find myself in a teasing mood. Please have mercy or I am liable to lose your affection. What I'm trying to say is that being here with the real you, putting my hands in yours, listening to you speak, seeing you be, well, you, Pauline, is so much more wondrous than anything I imagined. And right now I'm feeling that stronger than ever. You seem to have found yourself a way with words. I imagine you had plenty of time to practice on other women. Goodness, you fiend. Fiend? That's not terribly convincing with your cheeks the color of wine. They are not. God! Hey, now, don't throw a fit. You're the only one who can put me in such high spirits with a few simple words. Huh? Did you say something? Who, me? No, not a thing. Say, since you're finally back, how about we take a walk around town? Taking care of all your work for the time being, right? So you can spare some time for me? Absolutely, Pauline. As much time as allows, I will spend it with you. As much as time allows. I don't think I'm gonna finish this video today. Also, this series is definitely going to have to extend into November. There's still no trace of him. I think, because I remember this scene, I think I'm gonna get to, like, about where I stopped, and then I'll call it for today. It's been a week and I found nothing. Considering my time limit, that needs to change fast, but... excuse me, have you seen this man? This is a drawing of what he looks like. Sorry, never seen him. Even the smallest piece of information helps. If you've heard about anyone who might have seen him... I said I haven't seen him, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm a busy woman. Oh, I was like interpreting other as a like gruff, a gruff like, never heard of it, like New Yorker type, I'm a busy woman. Would you mind moving aside? Sorry. I was told that my lover lost his life out on work, but I don't believe it. They haven't shown me a body, so the information has to be an error. I have to be the one to find him, to prove he's alive. I have to follow his tracks. I've heard word that remnants of his ship drifted ashore near this village. So if he survived, he must be somewhere nearby. I'm certain of it, but I haven't been able to find any information of the sort. The villagers aren't being very cooperative. They're all just as reserved as the day I arrived. Rather, I get the feeling they want to stay as far away from trouble as they can. No matter what I ask, I can't get a straight answer from anyone. Everyone's still closed off because of the war, I guess. I don't have time for people to be glum, though. I was gonna go talk to this kid again. It's that boy. He's at the shore again. Always alone. God have mercy, you again? What are you doing here? And always so callous. I came to get sentimental and watch the sunset. So original. What does it matter if I visit the seashore? The ocean doesn't belong to anyone. If I'm such a bother, then you're free to leave like last time. You sure are cheeky for an outsider. I know the rest of the village isn't being all that cooperative. Nope. That's what this place is like now. Closed off. It's not kind to outsiders. You're really going to be able to keep up the search with the entire town stonewalling you? Yes, I will. I won't give up for any reason. I have to find him to bring him home with me. Lady, My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Pauline! Lady, Pauline. Tch. Pauline! Is this person you're looking for still alive? He is. He has to be. Is that so? Well, have fun with that. Doubt you're gonna get any help, though. Ah, he really left. Don't lose heart, Pauline. If you lose faith in this easily, you'll never find him. He is alive, isn't he? He is alive. I have faith. I believe. Oh, I thought you left. Take it. You're ruining the scenery pacing around on the beach. Is this an orange? They grow pretty large here, huh? Yeah, the oranges around these parts are pretty good. People used to come out here just to buy them, in fact. Did you want to get one just for me? I just want to get rid of you. Once you finish that, get lost, alright? Thanks, I appreciate it. You're not so bad after all. Like I said, this isn't me being nice or anything. Oh, there you go again. Yeah, I've got you all figured out, little man. You're actually a very sweet boy. And you were really trying to cheer me up, weren't you? Javi. I'll just say Javi because that's probably what it is. My name, it's not little man, it's Javi. Alright then, Javier it is. No, not Javier, just Javi. I don't really see what the big deal is, but okay. Say Javi, I really think we should be friends. What? Come on, let's be friends. Don't say you don't need any. You can make me friend number 1. We'll have lots of fun. You just want to use me in your search because you can't get the villagers to talk on your own. No, I mean it, really. You're wasting your time. I'm just as much trouble for them as you. Using me isn't going to get you anywhere. Trouble? What do you mean by that, Javi? Nothing you need to know, lady. Bye, and stay away from the shore. Ah, hold on a second. What? Pauline. What? My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Listen to me, Javi. I have no intention whatsoever of using you. I enjoy talking to you, and I think it'd be fun if I could do it more. That's why I want to be friends. I can find you here at the beach, right? I'll be back, Javi. You won't change my mind. I will make you my friend, Javi. What the hell, lady? Did you hear a word I said? I don't need any damn friends. Stay away from the beach. Nope, you will be my friend. Ain't happening. Wait, Javi. See you again. I'm not kidding. I will come back. I'd actually at first been thinking it would be easier to get information if I could make friends with someone in the village. The orange Javi gave me when I was sad and lonely and hurting was so amazingly fresh and delicious, more than any orange I've ever had before. It was almost as though Javi's kindness was seeping directly into my mouth. I'm sure we'll be able to get along. I want to be his friend. Time is the only thing moving forward in my search. Some days I'd ask my mom's friend Orlando to accompany me on trips outside the village, but no matter where I go, I just hear the same thing. The view of the ocean always keeps me from getting too dejected. It's an unimaginably huge chasm that keeps us apart. But at the same time, there's something beautiful about the way the sea encompasses the entire world. The emerald expanse. It simultaneously robs me of him and soothes my heart with its stunning brilliance. Perhaps I feel such awe and admiration for it, because I was born along the seaside. And it's a possibility. He's not here today? Javi, are you there? That's odd. I can always find him around here. Hey, Javi, where did you go? Ah! What is she? Oh my god, that face is the most terrifying thing I've seen all game. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't believe you fell for that. What the fuck is that? A pitfall? That's not very nice, Javi. Why would you do that to me? Because you wouldn't stop following me around. You have any idea how annoying that is? Doesn't mean you have to do something so cruel. Maybe now you'll learn your lesson and stay away from the beach. What? Jerk. Hey. Wait, you're seriously crying? Hey, don't cry. Just kidding. I'm not crying. What? Come on, you were faking? You tricked me? You played the first mean prank, Javi. You really scared me there. I kept telling you to stay away. It's your fault for constantly refusing to listen. Surprised you haven't gotten bored yet. You must have a lot of time on your hands. I most certainly do not have a lot of time. My deadline for how long I can be here is quickly approaching. I'll just get depressed if I spend all that time searching. I can have some fun with you, Javi. I'll have more energy. Fun, eh? So you still haven't found him? No. You don't even know if the guy's alive or dead. Just forget it. I'm out of here. Oh, hold on a second. Ow! Ow! Come on, you're not gonna fool me again. No, I'm not joking around. I really... It looks like I twisted my ankle. Oh, but I'll be just fine. Don't worry about me. Wait there. Huh? Come on, let me see your foot. All right. Ankle's swollen. At least learn to land properly. What? You're gonna blame me when you're the one who dug the hole? I've never gotten hurt in a trap that basic. At least none of my friends ever did. Wait, I thought you didn't have friends, Javi. Oh, shut your damn mouth. I'm gonna bandage your ankle. Oh, I see. You want to get a bandage for me. Thank you. It was my fault anyway. Swap it out for a real bandage when you can. I'm sure your acquaintance has some. Really, it looks just fine to me. This filthy thing isn't suitable for someone like you, lady. Pauline, quit that! What do you mean not suitable? Do I have to explain everything? You remember pretty well of country, aren't you, Pauline? Well, compared to that, this is a poor village. We don't even have clean bandages to spare. It's gross scraps of cloth like this. I just thought, like, it's interesting. Why is my voice like... I feel like my voice is like... My throat is like smaller or something. It's harder to come out. Anyway, I feel like it's weird how these characters aren't actually on screen while they're talking. I guess it's because they're supposed to be like on the ground down here somewhere. You think so? But you gave it to me, Javi. I won't be changing it anytime soon. Tell me, Javi. Do you not like this village? The only thing this place is going forward is the ocean. The ocean? The one thing that doesn't change no matter what. It's always beautiful. I see. You like the ocean too, Javi. I just don't have anything else to like. Oh, there you go again. Oh, I've got an idea. Javi! What now? A rowboat! I want to take a ride on the rowboat! Don't you get mad if we borrow the one tied up over there a little bit? I am not doing these character voices justice. I'm sorry. Anyone would care if it's just for a little... Can you row though, lady? You'll do the rowing, Javi. Huh? Why me? What's the big deal? The water is mostly calm today. I think a little walk on the sea would be lovely. Can you call that a walk? Sure you can. Come on, let's go. Give me a hand, Javi. Gosh, you are one cheeky outsider. Alrighty. Here's another important CG. The breeze feels different on the water than it does on the beach, wouldn't you say? You think so? All the same to me. No, it's definitely different. The smell of salt is stronger, and there's more moisture in the air. It's kind of like someone gently caressing your cheek. I'm not getting any of that. You're way too perceptive, lady. Am I? Close your eyes, Javi, and feel the breeze. But you get what I'm saying. Go on, close your eyes. No, I'm not going to. What? Why not? I just don't want to do what you tell me. Oh, no need to be petty. The sea is not always so kind. Oh, his parents died in the... I don't know that for sure. I don't remember, but I'm guessing that's right. The hand that's gently caressing your cheek can, in the blink of an eye, become the wicked hand of a witch that destroys everything it touches. The ocean is a scary thing. It's nothing we humans have any chance of standing up against. You're right. I know it very, very well. The man I'm searching for was in a shipwreck. I was told it killed him, but I refuse to believe he would just leave me behind like that. Sometimes on a whim, the wrinkly witch might have mercy. Well, this wrinkly witch has sounded an awful lot like the Earth Queen now. I'm not so sure about that. I trust in the sea's gentleness. I don't think it's all scary. The soft breeze, these calm waves, they saved him, I'm sure of it. He loved the ocean too, you know. I mean, she's partially right. She loved the ocean too, you know. He was always looking far into the distance out across the water. He held his head high, a stern, unwavering look in his eyes. I'm assuming he's your lover? Yes. He's very dear to me, and I love him deeply. Oh, I see. I was really fond of the sea by my hometown. You live in a decent town, huh? Yep, it's wonderful. It's so peaceful, and everyone's so nice. There's not a single bad person living there. Oh, I know, Javi. You should come visit my hometown sometime. Visit your home? Yeah, the ocean there is really pretty, too. Colors are a little deeper than they are here. It's like so many jewels sparkling in the light. I'm sure you'll love it, Javi. I'd love for you to come and visit. We can go see all sorts of things. There's this shop that sells great ham sandwiches. I don't have the money for a trip. Maybe not now, but you could in the future. Or, you know, if you're interested at all. You can ask Orlando to bring you back with us, Javi. If you don't want to stay here, that is. Along with the guy you're looking for? Yep, I'm sure he'd be happy to have you along. Give it some thought. You would enjoy it, I'm sure. You sound like a child, huh? Nothing. I doubt I could even get permission to leave. Permission? Oh, right. Are your parents pretty strict, Javi? No. They dead, I'm guessing. They're dead, both of them. Speak of the devil. What? They were murdered. Oh, murdered. Oh, fuck. The beast killed them both. So I'm saying with an acquaintance. They tried to work me like a horse, though. So sneak out here when I get the chance. Was it in the war? The war? What are you talking about, lady? Huh? Wasn't this country involved in a war not too long ago? There was a war, yes, but no soldiers ever reached this village. Then why would they be killed? It was the beast. The beast? Yes, the beast. He showed up one day and destroyed everything. The peace, my family, my friends. Merchants and travelers visiting the village. Everyone and everything. He slaughtered everything and then he disappeared. That man, that Beastia destroyed everything. He's a murderous beast. The whole village is terrified of him. They go through the days like lifeless dolls enveloped in this storm cloud of terror. Beastia. A murderous beast. So this grim hair hanging in the village isn't because of the war? It's because a beast has been killing people? A beast? Why would... But... Hey, Javi, you said there were merchants and travelers visiting the village. Can you describe them for me? There were all sorts. Like one who stopped by on the road somewhere else. An international trader on his way to purchase goods. Uh-oh. So I think that is where I shall call it for today. Let's see if I got to the point where if I passed the point of no return. Save. And ravenous hunger. Huh. I kind of wanna load the... I don't know. Either I just crossed the point of no return, or the more accurately, the point at which I stopped. I got to the point where I stopped playing last time. How long am I going for anyway? That's more like my usual time. Anyway, so I keep forgetting that's the thing. Anyway, we're gonna return to the entrance, and probably next time I'm gonna finish this chapter, and I'll be halfway through the game, and way more than halfway through October. So yeah, this is gonna have to go into November. Also, continue my replay series on The Last Door at some point in the future. Anyway, return to the entrance. Yes. Alright, that'll be all for today, most esteemed viewers. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you have something to say, let me know in the comments. Twitter, Letterboxd, and Nexus.gg links in the description down below. Subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of all future videos, etc. And yeah, I don't know. Be nice to people. Don't do drugs. Actually, well, I don't know. I don't entirely agree with that sentiment, but don't do like know what drugs you're doing. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking now, esteemed viewers. Okay, that'll be all for today. Goodbye.